Hello, my angels. Welcome to the channel, Life with Charlene. Today I want to talk about 7 big mistakes we make before we even think about retirement. Retirement can either feel like freedom or a financial and emotional roller coaster. The difference often comes down to the mistakes people make before they retire. Some people spend their life waiting to retire. But then when they get there, they realize they didn't even prepare for it. I think that was me. And not just prepare financially, but mentally, physically, and spiritually for retirement. So we're going to speak about 7 of the biggest mistakes people can make before it's too late. Because a few smart decisions now can change your future. Hi, baby. You don't want to come in the room with me? I'm going in the studio. I have a video to make. You don't care? The number one biggest mistake people make before they retire is planning. They don't plan for retirement. Planning starts from the first time you get a job. But when you're younger, who is even thinking about retirement? Because one of the biggest mistakes people have is thinking they have plenty of time. And suddenly you're at 50, turning 55. You're at 55, turning 60. You're at 60, turning 65. And before you know it, you're in retirement. And you haven't saved a penny. You haven't planned none of this. Retirement sneaks up on you quicker than you will know. Trust me. You're living your life and going on about your daily living, and next thing you know, it's time to retire. We need to start teaching our children, our grandchildren, that the best plan is learning to start early. Because this way, at least if you fall off track, you can get back on before it's too late. But the longer you wait to plan for retirement, the harder it is to have everything situated the way it should be. Because when you plan, that means you pay off debt. You downsize if you have to. You save more money if you can. No plan, you don't know where you stand when it comes to retirement. Mistake number 2, carrying too much debt into retirement. When you retire, you want to have your credit cards paid off, car note paid off, hopefully your home paid off. And if not, you should be thinking about downsizing to a smaller home if it's something that's not manageable for you. Making sure your credit cards are not maxed out. A lot of retirees realize they can't even enjoy retirement because every month they're struggling to pay their bills. That's not fun. You've struggled all your life and now you're in retirement and struggling too. Why? Because you didn't plan for it. Retirement should bring less stress, not more. This is the time when we should be just sailing by. Mistake number 3, thinking retirement will automatically make you happy. Some people think that. This one surprises a lot of people when they retire. They think they're going to be so happy, but then what happens? They discover loneliness. They discover depression. They discover boredom. The reason is because work actually gave them structure. Work gave them a purpose. It gave them a routine that they didn't have to think about anything. They just worked like robots, heading back and forth to work and home. Then one day it was all gone. That structure, that routine. And that happens to a lot of retirees. They don't know how to deal without structure and routine in their life. Look who came in, you guys. She got sick of hearing my voice. And she couldn't be a part of it. Hey, girl. That's why when you retire, it needs more than just money to make you happy. You need hobbies. You need interests. You need things that make you want to get up every morning, get out of bed and do something. You have to have a purpose for why you're getting out of bed every day. That's my purpose right there. She gets me out of bed every day. Breakfast. When you retire, it should feel like you're living, not like you're just waiting around for something. Mistake number 4. Ignoring your health. That's a no-no. As we get older, we need to be taking care of our health. When we were younger, we probably did some damage to ourselves, living that life or whatever kind of life we were living. But you know, when you're younger, you're not really thinking about your health. You're not thinking about longevity because you're young and you just don't think like that. You know, you're enjoying being an adult now. So you don't really look at your health as some type of setback that may happen. But then once you retire, some of those habits you had, some of those adventures you lived come back and haunt you. You know, you may get diabetes, high blood pressure, arthritis. You know, you never know what is coming down the pipeline after you get a certain age. And sometimes nothing happens. You just live a good, long, healthy life and that's that. But sometimes, you know, there may be things that we struggle with. So making sure your health is priority, because wealth without health, what's the point, right? Mistake number 5, not preparing emotionally for getting older. A lot of people fear aging. They fear the wrinkles, the gray hair, the movement, the slowness. But aging is really not our enemy. The real danger is giving up on yourself. Oh, I'm too old, I can't do that. And I've got to get out of that habit. Sometimes that's my go-to. Oh, I'm too old to do that. But no, you're never too old to do anything. As long as you're living, breathing, and able to think, you're never too old. And a lot of times when we get older, we isolate ourselves. We stop dreaming. We think this is the end. This is it. It's over. What do we have to look forward to? Whatever you do, don't let that happen to you. Just always stay positive and keep that dream. Whatever it may be, something that you didn't get to do as your younger self. Make a bucket list and do some of those things that you never thought you'd be able to do before. Mistake number 6, depending on other people too much. And when I say this, it's because as we get older sometimes, we assume that our children will take care of us. We assume that our spouse will be there for us. But life doesn't always work that way. Your children have their own lives, their own bills, their own responsibilities. And sometimes we just don't fit into that life of theirs. And, you know, I don't want to be a burden to my children. I don't want to, and you know, my mom used to say that. She told my cousin told me that my mom said she didn't like the fact that she had to depend on me for so much. And it was fine. I did not mind my mother, you know, needing me for anything. It was a pleasure. It was a privilege to be able to help her with whatever she needed, taking her to her doctor's appointments and this and that. And, you know, I have one son who, I have 3 sons, but 2 are out of state and 1 who's here in Michigan with me. He reminds me so much of myself with my mother. And I told him, I said, you are so lucky. I said, you got me to deal with. I said, you get to spend time with your mom. I said, you are so lucky, and I'm very blessed to have you as someone to spend some time with. So I guess when you think about it, he may be the one taking care of me. I don't know. But, you know, I know we don't want to depend on our kids if we have children, and we want to have everything taken care of. And as we get older, we want to be able to take care of ourselves, even if that's getting into a nursing home or a senior living home or whatever it is. We want to be able to take care of ourselves. That's just how we are. as we, age. We want to take care of ourselves. We don't want to put that burden on anyone else. But of course, as we get older, we want to be able to enjoy our own company and make our own decisions and live our life out, without feeling like we're a burden on someone. Number 7, the biggest mistake, is forgetting to enjoy life before retirement. Sometimes, some of us, we are so focused on setting that goal to retire that we don't live in the present. We're looking to the future, to the future, to the future. And we don't live in today and enjoy some of the moments of today. And that's before retirement. And I think I enjoyed my life before retirement. As a matter of fact, I did. I enjoyed my life before retirement. I did many things where I can sit back in a rocker one day when I'm no longer maybe moving and just think about some of the things I did when I was younger. And those are memories nobody can take away from you. And you can reminisce on so many things and adventures that you did when you were younger, before retirement came. Just don't let your younger years be stressed out, working all the time, saving money, and never living and enjoying the moment that you are in. A lot of people don't enjoy the life that they're living today because they're so focused on the future. A lot of people are out working and not enjoying their life, and all they're thinking about is, well, one day I'll do this, and one day I'll do that, and one day may never come. So live in the moment that you are in, enjoy the moment that you are in before retirement. Retirement is not all about money. It's about peace, health, enjoying life, and continuing to dream. So just remember those 7 mistakes you don't want to make before you retire. Number 1, waiting too long to plan for retirement. Mistake number 2 is carrying a lot of debt into retirement. You want that slate clean when you go into retirement. Mistake number 3 is thinking that retirement will automatically make you happy. Mistake number 4, neglecting your health. Health is wealth. Mistake number 5, not preparing yourself emotionally for getting older. And mistake number 6, depending on other people too much. Make a plan for your later years. And mistake number 7, make sure you enjoy your life before retirement. If you're preparing for retirement or already in retirement, leave me a comment and let me know, what is it that you've done that may have been a mistake that you made before you retired? Let me know in the comments. You guys take care, and I and baby we'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye. Mwah. You don't want to come with me? I'm breathing just as hard as you. Say hi. Say hi, everybody. So pretty.